All right, so we're on to 1.3, where we're going to solve equations with variables on both sides. So we're starting with example 1. 10 minus 4x equals negative 9x. So when we're solving equations, we're always 1, distributing, if needed, 2, simplifying, and 3, we are moving variables to one side. So for A, we have negative 4x on one side and negative 9x on the other. How we're going to move negative 4x over is by adding 4x. So we still have our 10 equals negative 9x plus 4x equals negative 5x. From here, we're just solving by using our inverse operation. So this is negative 5 times x, so we're going to divide by negative 5. We'll get that 10 divided by negative 5 gives us negative 2 equals x. All right, for B, our step 1 is to distribute if needed. So we're going to distribute this 3. 3 times 3x gives us 9x. 3 times negative 4 gives us negative 12. Now on the right side, we see the same thing. 1/4 of 32 is 8. 1/4 of 56 is 14. So now we have to move those variables over. So we're going to take 8x from the right and move it over to the left. Now why am I deciding to move 8x to the left? It's easier because it's the smaller number, so we know that we're going to end up with a positive 1x on the left. We still have that minus 12 equals 14. We're going to add 12 to both sides. We're going to get x equals 26. Practice 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget to distribute. All right. So example 3. Example 3 says we're going to identify the number of solutions. Now, how do we know the number of solutions in the first place? Well, we have 3 options. We have one solution, which is our x equals 8, or y equals 5, or our previous one was x equals negative 2. So that's our one solution. Our no solution is going to be something that isn't true. So in this case, we have 5 equals 7. We know that that is not true. 5 never equals 7. It's impossible. So when you're solving an equation and you get to the end and you would have something like 8 equals 1, we know that's not true, so it is no solution. Our third option is infinitely many solutions. So if you ever got 6 equals 6, or if you got 5 equals 5, those are true. So we would say they have infinitely many solutions. So our vocab is identity. That's an equation that is true for all values of the variable, which gives us one of our options, has infinitely many solutions. Now, though this might seem overwhelming, it's not hard to figure out. All you have to do first is to solve. So for A, we're going to distribute first. We'll get 15x plus 6 equals 15x. You have to move those variables to one side, so we're going to subtract 15x. We'll get 6 equals 0. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is how you figure out what type of solution it has. So we look at the statement, 6 equals 0. Is that true? No. So we say no solution. So another example is 6 equals 0. Let's move on to B. We have to distribute again. Negative 2 times 4y gives us negative 8y. Negative 2 times 1 gives us minus 2. This equals negative 8y minus 2. We'll move our variables to one side. I like to move mine to the left. Negative 8y plus 8y eliminates, so we have negative 2 equals negative 2. Is this true? Yes. So we know that by looking at this, it has an infinitely many solutions. Okay, so you guys are going to practice 4, 5, and 6. You're going to distribute, and then all the way at the bottom, you're going to find your statements, and that is where you're going to tell me, is it no solution, is it infinitely many solutions, or is it one solution?